partner sleeping with another person bother you? Does it not sit well with you? But you're in an open relationship with them, or what you propose to be an open relationship, and you want him to live an authentic life. You want him to be happy. Now, what I want to share with you here is applicable whether you're a woman or whether you're a man, and the person you love, doesn't matter who it is, you love them and you want for them to live the biggest life that they can, but they're sleeping with other people, no matter whatever arrangement that shows up as, doesn't sit well with you. You don't feel good about it. What are things that you should consider so that you can feel better about your relationship, so you can become faithful, that your relationship will turn out well, that you will become successful in that relationship? There's a word we use in this channel a lot, and this channel, Successful Open Relationship, and that word is success. I want you to think about a couple of things. Success is not a likely outcome. It's not a favorable outcome. Every definition you look up about success in the modern and nowadays is a word that essentially means a favorable outcome, an outcome that you would like, or an outcome that's perceived to be likable. But actually, the old and archaic, which means old and no longer used, definition of success is outcome. A success is an outcome. Any outcome, regardless of whether it's a favorable or likable or not likable outcome, is a success. Just like a successor. A successor is not the favorable next one down the line, it's the next one down the line. A succession is a combination of things, one after the next after the next. A successful relationship is one that persists. It persists, and presumably, in the context that we talk about it, in the relationship style that I teach, it persists because it merits to persist. It wants to persist. In other words, persons in that relationship want to be there. As opposed to what? As opposed to the conventional style of relationship, which is people are in relationships persistently because they have to be there. They're obligated to be there, whether or not they like each other, whether or not they want to be there, whether or not they despise the person, they have to be there because of their legal obligations. The relationship which I propose is one in which is founded on love, which is it persists because they want to be there. It's not because you're not having sex with them, it's because they're the only person that you could be having sex with. You're having sex with them because you want to have sex with them. You're sleeping with them because you want to sleep with them, not because it's the only bed that they could be sleeping in. In fact, you encourage them to have other beds they could be sleeping in and to have other people they could be having sex with. So it doesn't sit right with you. Well, let me tell you one thing. You said that you want him to live the authentic life, an authentic way of living. You want him to be happy. That tells me that you love the person genuinely. Love, by my estimation, is your genuine wanting for your beloved's happiness. And I want you to challenge me on this. I want you to challenge me on this definition. Love is your wanting for your beloved's happiness intrinsically to your own. Whatever makes them happy, you want that for them. I want you to remember a time when you fell in love with a person. Let's take away for now the notion that you were infatuated with that person. Let's just say that you loved them. You wanted for them to be happy. At that time, whatever made them happy made you felt good, made you tremendously happy, made you glow. Oh, that person's happy. That feels really good. I really want that for them. Until something inhibited that emotion, which is what? The thing that inhibits that emotion, that prevents that emotion of your genuine wanting for your beloved's happiness, is obligation. At some point during your relationship, After you've met them, after you've fallen in love with them, after you began to love them, obligations start to set in. You made commitments with each other, which obligated you to each other because you followed the standard model of relationship, the conventional style of what you imagine a relationship was supposed to be, because that's how other people practice it, and that's how what people told you what a relationship was. So now you're obligated, and now you take them for granted. Because essentially, they grant themselves to you in exchange for your granting themselves to them exclusively. You now inevitably feel taken for granted. And that is the death knell of that relationship, because now you no longer want simply for their happiness, well-being, gain, and actualization. Now you want for them to fulfill their obligations. Now you take them for granted. Now they are granted to you. So you want him to be authentically happy. You want for his happiness. You want him to live an authentic life. Having sex with other people is incredibly important. It is incredibly primal. Open relationship does not mean let's go fuck around. Let's go have sex with a lot of people, as many people as we can. I've been in open relationships for as long as I can remember. And I'm not going out there just fucking everybody all the time. I do have a lot of sex, but it's not about the sex. There are times when my sweetie doesn't go out and have sex for long bouts, long times. I don't go out and have sex with a lot of people for long bouts and long times, because life is about a lot of things. There are a lot of things that happen in life outside of sex. Did you know that? So what is the open relationship about? The open relationship aspect is about three things, at least the one that I propagate, which is genuine love, your genuine wanting for your beloved's happiness intrinsically to your own. Anything that is jealousy, for example, anything that demonstrates against that, anything that's not your genuine wanting for their happiness, is a demonstration of your lack of love. For example, they want to sleep with somebody. They find somebody cute and sweet and fun and yummy at that time, and they want us to hang out with them at night in the same bed, looking at the same ceiling. And you don't want that for them for no other reason than because, hey, you're mine. What is that? A demonstration of your lack of love. It's simply a selfish wanting for you're not having competition. I want you to remember that the best kind of partnership, relationship with people, is a relationship with your best friend. And you want them to pursue things with other people. Have sex with them. I want you to remember that the less access they have to other people, the more infatuated they become with that person. It's a funny irony. So when they want to sleep with another person, allow them, insist that they sleep with that person, because after the sex is done, after they've come and the prolactin has ensued, they're going to want to be home with their best friend. They're going to want to hang out with the person they love, admire, and adore, and they want to be with all the time. I want you to get that. People want to be with people who will facilitate their being themselves, who genuinely love them, adore them, and respect them, who they can live with and be in partners with, whether in business or whether in life, outside of sex. So you want them to be happy. I want you to recognize that. Number two thing is that open relationship is about facilitating non-judgmental acceptance, allowing them to be the person that they are, being the man that they are. Men evolved to spread the seed. They're going to want to have sex with variety. They're going to want variety. Women too, never underestimate women's requisite for variety. And number three thing is open communication. Your genuine desire for open communication, because there's no need to hide anything from anybody. No need to hide anything from that person, because there's no reason to keep secrets. There's no jealousy involved. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.